She is considered the greatest female golfer of all time and claimed 89 victories between 1993 and 2008.
72 of those wins were on the LPGA. Of course, it's unbelievable, and 10 of them were on major championships.
Annika Sorenstam is joining us with more of the upcoming Masters Golf Tournament. Annika, it's such a pleasure to have you on the show. I feel like I'm talking to a legend who's young, which is just amazing. So congratulations on everything you've done.
Thank you. Well, good afternoon, and thanks for having me.
Oh, it's our pleasure. All right, so I know you played tennis, association football, and that you were such a good skier, the coach of the Swedish national team suggested that your family moved to northern Sweden to improve, but you chose golf. Tell us why you chose this wonderful sport.
Yeah, it's a good question. And I choose it later, you know, almost as a teenager. I started playing golf at the age of 12, which is now considered late amongst juniors. But you're right, I did play all kinds of sports. And I think that I love being outside. I was intrigued by the difficulty of the game, the challenge, but I always wanted to improve, whether it was making one more putt or hitting it a little further or a little straighter. And you know, eventually that was kind of what I wanted to focus on, which I'm glad I did now, looking back at it.
We are too.
Yeah. And congratulations to everything you've accomplished in your life. But Annika, you dedicate your time now to young women and girls, especially kind of helping them push forward with your charity and what you do. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, you're right. The last 11 years, really, since I stepped away from competitive golf, has been focusing on providing playing opportunities for the next generation, young girls, to inspire them or share the passion or the knowledge for the game I have. So we now have 7 global tournaments. We started in the U.S. and we added a tournament in China, and then Europe, and then Argentina, and then New Zealand. So, and then we have a college event too, and some smaller initiatives to inspire really the whole spectrum of girls to pick up the game. So it's been fantastic. And but today I'm partnering with Dick's Sporting Goods. We're here talking about promotions for golf, getting better equipment, getting accessories, things you need to start out the season right. And you know, we share the focus on growing sports, the importance of sports, and I can't think of a better partner than Dick's Sporting Goods. So if you get the chance to stop by a store, and if you don't, just go to dicks.com/golfathon. It's through April 20th. So that's what I do, promote golf, promote sports, just to give everybody access to what they need.
Annika, I'm headed, I picked up the game about 5 years ago. I'm absolutely in love with it. I'm actually infatuated with it. But when I started, I had a bag full of clubs. I think I've used 4 of the clubs out of the 12 that are in my bag. What clubs do you recommend for a beginner to head out on the course with?
Well, it's a very good question. Well, first of all, you don't need to have all 14 clubs, as I'm sure you noticed. When I started to play as a junior, my parents bought 1 set, and they split it. So I got the odd numbers. My sister got the even numbers. So I started with half a set. So I always tell people it's not about what clubs you have in the bag, it's what clubs you use. And if you only like a few, it really doesn't matter, as long as you make contact and you have fun playing.
Now, I understand you're in Orlando right now, but here in Connecticut, we don't get to golf year-round unless we go on vacation. So some people are just getting back out onto the links. Do you have any tips or suggestions when they're, you know, like for Scott, when he has this, have you played yet this year?
I haven't played. I'm playing next week.
Any tips for just getting back out there?
Well, I hope you get a chance to go out next week. I mean, when I was growing up in Sweden, I would actually putt inside on the carpet just to try to keep my feel, you know, because when you go out there, you're going to be a little rusty. But I always do a little swing here inside and just kind of keep the game going and start thinking mentally about your game. Don't forget that part. As we know, the longest distance in golf is between your ears. So if you're ready mentally, I think you will find your game faster than you normally would.
You shot a 59 in competition. I think you're the only female golfer to ever do so. Can you bring us back to that moment and tell us what that experience was like?
Yeah, that was an amazing, amazing moment in my career. It was March 16, 2001. Not that I remember, but it was really special. Everything seemed to go my way. I was in the zone, as they say, so 13 birdies.
Thank you, Annika. We love you, and we wish you continued success.
Well, thanks a lot for having me.
All right.